We now cross live to Mkankato village in Libode in the Eastern Cape, and we cross back to our reporter Nomzwanele Mngoma. A very good morning to you, Nomzwanele. Thank you so much for joining us. The last time we spoke to you, there was a bit of activity. Just take us through what's happening now.
A very good morning to you too and to the viewers at home. The program has started and the villages are coming in, and there are also some other officials, government officials that we have seen, the police officials, the office of the Premier, even the Premier himself is also here. And we will be talking to you. We'll be talking to one of the community members that Madosini has made an impact or has changed, made a change in his life, because he told us earlier that he started music in university because Madosini taught them music while they were growing up and wanted to make sure that there are people who are learning in her footsteps, and wanted to ensure that should she pass away, there will be people that will know the instruments that you have mentioned, uwadi, istolotolo and umkhube, that will continue playing those instruments, that will continue preserving the Hosa music. But with me now to elaborate more on that is Tamsanqa Songabe, who will be telling us about the impact of Madosini. Tamsanqa, welcome to SABC.
Thank you very much for welcoming me.
Mr. Tamsanqa, can you tell us what was the role of Madosini in your life?
Madosini has inspired me a great deal. I grew up in this village together with her son, the only son, Tamsanqa. We were actually in the same school, in the same class throughout until he left school and then went to the mines. And I continued and I finished my matric, and of course I started working immediately after school. I passed matric at 16, 17 and started working. But I had an ambition to pursue my studies, and I applied for a BCom at the University of Transkei then. And when I was supposed to be accepted there, the dean wouldn't actually sign my form because I didn't have maths. And then somebody said there's a space in the music department. And then immediately when I thought about that, I thought I can start the music because I had a background that I got from Madosini, who was one of the genius players of the uwadi, stolotolo and umkhube. And as I grew up with her son and in this village, she actually played that music and that inspired me. And then when I got into university, and it so happened that the very same instruments were actually taught at the university, and that inspired me a lot, and I actually fared very well in my studies just because of the inspiration that I got from Madosini.
Mr. Songabe, there are also people around this community that are making a living because of the inspiration or because of the teachings that they got from Madosini. And we know that there is a mother that traveled abroad because of Madosini with her family.
Yes, Madosini had a great impact on a lot of people, especially in this particular community. Madosini was indeed more of a social worker, if I would put it that way. She would make sure that everybody's welfare is taken care of. She would be very worried if somebody has got a need and she cannot be able to assist, but she tried her level best to make sure that everyone is assisted. As you can see in the obituary, it is indicated that he helped not only her immediate family, but a lot of other people. And I want to say, in the field of music, she was so passionate about making sure that people were skilled, especially in the instruments that she actually played. There's this young gentleman who used to play, and she's still playing music, in Mthatha at the York Road there. When Madosini saw that man, she decided to actually invite her. She flew him to Cape Town and to perform in one of the events so that he can get something. And even in the last occasion that we had where she was honored, she made it a point that that gentleman with his kids, that he plays Mkhube with 2 daughters. And then they came here, she invited him and made sure that he's part of the program and is able to play. And he kept on saying, Tamsanqa, make sure that this one, I think she needs more support because she's got quite a number of kids and she needs more of an income to sustain. I would love her to be promoted and make sure that he does get some jobs, especially with his skills that he has. So Madosini was very much concerned about almost everybody, including the welfare, just general welfare. I remember at some stage I didn't go home for a number of reasons. There were things that were upsetting me when I got home. And last year, I think we thought it was her last words when she called me and said, Tamsanqa, before I die, I want to make sure that I express what I have in my mind and in my heart. I don't like the fact that you don't go home. I don't like the fact that you don't sleep at home where your mother's grave and your father's grave is. I hate that. Please make sure that you deal with that. And immediately I had to make up my mind because the mother, Madosini, has spoken. And on that very same night, I went straight home and I made things straight with my relatives. And immediately after that, I went out the following day. I called her. Fortunately, she didn't pass on. I called her. She was in hospital. I said, Madosini, I'm waking up from home. How do you feel? She became so very much excited and kept on saying this after she was released from hospital. So she was a home builder, if I were to put the family builders, making sure that the welfare of the families are actually taken care of, and she would express what is annoying and affecting her.
That was one of the people that That was one of the people that Umama Madosini played a role on, narrating to us how Umama Madosini changed his life, inspired him, how she built some families in this village, ensuring that the family does not separate but comes together for the love of the family. And we will be seeing some performances in this funeral by other people in this community that were taught this music by Umama Madosini. It's back to you in studio.